At 7:20, 3 a.m., on what seemed like an ordinary Monday morning, a man had just dropped his wife off at work and returned to open his gate. Just then, a pickup truck drove by and suddenly made a U-turn. What started as a minor confrontation quickly escalated into shouting and arguing in the middle of the street, loud enough to catch the attention of the neighbors. Every detail, every gesture, every step back and forth was captured by the security camera. Then, suddenly, gunshots rang out, but paradoxically, the most crucial moment was obscured by the very pickup truck. This blurred moment opened up a series of questions. What really happened in those brief seconds? Not long after, the emergency dispatch received a call reporting a homicide. The caller admitted to firing the weapon but insisted it was all in self-defense. "You didn't ask me a single question. You cuffed me. I'm the victim, man. I know us. I'm the victim." Did you see the smile on his face after he said, "I'm the victim"? In the context of a man being shot dead right outside his own home, that smile became a suspicious sign. Instead of fear, confusion, or regret, the shooter smiled as if mocking everyone present at the scene. It was that moment that made the police begin to doubt the entire self-defense story he had constructed. Now, let's follow the cops American U.S. through the entire process from the crime scene to the interrogation room, where every word, every tiny detail will determine whether this was justified self-defense or a cold-blooded murder cleverly disguised. On the morning of Monday, August 29, 2022, police were dispatched to the 1600 block of Valverde, southwest Albuquerque after a shooting. Many calls reporting the crime were made, but the most notable came from the shooter himself, Joseph Gonzales, 44 years old, who claimed he just killed a man in self-defense right outside his home. "He's dead. I need to take it from you. I have a weapon. Go ahead and take it." Go ahead. That's my weapon, and then It's loaded. What is this? This is my house. It doesn't matter. You still have to be cuffed, buddy. But if I'm the victim, then why weren't you here when that happened? You didn't even ask me a single question. This guy is a damn eccentric. A damn guy. Officer. We're not going to ask you anything right now. He threatened my life. I shot him with a warning shot. I won't say anything. Despite the police trying to intervene, Gonzales inadvertently revealed many crucial details. His attempt to appear honest ultimately became a major trouble for himself. Later, "You didn't ask me a single question. You cuffed me." I'm not. I'm the victim, buddy. I know us. The only question is, I'm the victim. Read him his rights, then we'll check him. What am I being arrested for? You're not under arrest. Have you checked the pulse or what? He's dead. The victim was confirmed dead, and the case was immediately treated as a homicide investigation. The victim was identified as Abner Antilone, 35 years old, living in Albuquerque. He was shot multiple times at very close range, even though the scene was obscured. The police considered this a relatively simple case, so initially there was no reason to doubt Gonzales's self-defense claim. The shooter, Gonzales, likely believed that appearing cooperative and indifferent would lessen suspicion, but it was his cold demeanor next to the dead body that made him suspicious in the eyes of the police. "Why am I being put in the car? Just so you don't stand there? We'll talk to the others to see if they saw anything. No one is here but me. If anyone has information, it's Mr. Saul with that camera. I'm pretty sure he saw everything in that footage. In fact, there was a camera that recorded the entire incident, and it was very unfavorable for Gonzales. This evidence quickly proved that this was not simply an act of self-defense. Did you see anything? Is there anything you want to tell us? Not yet, boss. Still here? Still here? Well, I don't want to talk if he's still here. But I will talk to her after he leaves. He's in our car. He can't hear. It doesn't matter. He can see me from here. I don't want to talk. He was aggressive towards me and 4 other neighbors. We can go back, but I'll talk to her when he's gone. For the police officers, the neighbors' confusing response was a sign that the story was not straightforward. Can you call the supervisor? Because I know him. Can you sit in there? Because I'm not under arrest. Please take a seat. I'll do that, but give me my phone. Sir, that's not stealing. You took my phone. You're stealing it. Right now, you're being detained for investigation, okay?" So Gonzales continued to argue, accusing the police of bias, demanding to see the supervisor, and insisting that he was the victim. While handcuffed, he displayed a contemptuous attitude, hurling insults at the police and denying any responsibility, further raising the suspicions of the officers present. Gonzales was taken to the interrogation room to wait for the detectives, who were accustomed to controlling situations. He tried to maintain his composure to avoid being charged, but just 2 minutes in, frustration quickly caused him to lose control. "I know you want to track me through the camera, but wrap this up quickly, you bastards. This is ridiculous. For God's sake, treating me like this just because of my brother. A bunch of damn bastards." Gonzales exploited mentioning his brother to evade responsibility, using it as a form of psychological manipulation. First, a passive-aggressive stance. Sitting close to the door, he deliberately created an ambush for anyone entering, showing that for Gonzales, every situation turned into a battle for control. "What's your name?" "Joseph Gonzales." "Joseph, my name is Darren. I'm not a criminal." "No, and I'm not calling you a criminal. What happened to me was that I was threatened. Someone threatened my life. That's why we're here. I shouldn't be treated like a criminal. Now, I'm very upset about this. Someone threatened my life and I have the right to self-defense, right? In short, that's what happened. By the way, can I ask for some water?" Gonzales repeatedly demanded water, complained about being handcuffed, and tried to appear calm, even saying he would sleep through it, but behind that was a rising frustration, signaling that his anger would soon explode. In the interrogation room, Gonzales continuously demanded transparency. Either charge him or let him go. He accused the police of being vague and sarcastically claimed they didn't know what they were doing. The more he showed tension and a lack of cooperation, the more his belittling words reflected the anxiety as things were slowly spiraling out of Gonzales's control. In the interrogation room, he was forced to face the possibility that he might not return home. "So, let's start with what your name is?" "Joseph Gonzales." "Joseph Gonzales with an S or a Z?" "With an S." "Your contact number?" 492. "Where's my phone?" "A detective is holding it. They told me you would hold it." 054922821. At this moment, Gonzales's body language was unstable, restless, unable to sit still, and speaking loudly and softly. Even though he had the right to request a lawyer, he appeared agitated as if he were being obstructed from recounting his story at the scene. The detective explained that Gonzales was only being detained for investigation and read him his Miranda rights. In response, Gonzales continuously questioned the duration of his detention, complained that no one would listen to him, and finally declared he would remain silent until the lawyer arrived. Rosalind became furious, cursing and complaining about being treated like an animal just because he wasn't allowed to use the restroom. This emotional outburst clearly showcased his aggressive nature, and shortly after, he was handcuffed again. "Because you are being charged, so sit down." "With what? Murder?" "Murder." "Sit down, then let's go to prison." "Sit down there and calm down. You've been charged with murder." "Oh damn, who cares? Hurry up, get it done." "As I said, you guys don't understand anything in there. No one understands, and I called 2 days ago about a guy from Mexico right there, threatening my life." "I know you and your brother, you disgusting bastards," he threatened me. Gonzales reacted violently when charged with murder, continuously proclaiming his innocence and asserting he would go to court to prove it. He blamed the threat from the neighbor on his brother's involvement in an old case while accusing the police of unfair treatment and misunderstanding everything. "I don't know him. Why did he stop, back up, and then come and say he would kill me? I don't get that, buddy." Throughout his detention, the police retrieved footage from the security camera, and it showed the incident much more clearly than Gonzales's account. On the morning of August 29th, after dropping his wife off at work, Gonzales returned home, opened the gate as usual, and saw Abner Antalant's car pass by at a speed that annoyed him. Gonzales loudly reminded Antalant to back up immediately to confront him, initiating a conflict. Like many other road incidents, the argument between the two men quickly escalated. Both stepped out of their vehicles and faced off. The camera was obscured by the pickup truck, but at the climax, Gonzales stepped back, raised his gun, and fired a shot. He claimed it was a warning shot, but immediately followed by a barrage of bullets striking Antolant's back. "Oh my God, get up, you stupid bastard! Now you're dead, you fool!" Those final words revealed Gonzales's true attitude. In that moment, this was not an act of self-defense. It was precisely a cold and brutal murder. "Listen, I'm not being charged. I'm not afraid of being charged about this or that, or that someone threatened my life. What should I do? What's the purpose of a warning shot? You tell me. We don't sell warning shots. I'm just saying, we don't. Do you understand what a warning shot really is? Then you need to know exactly what you're doing. Do you understand me? It's just psychological. You don't want to cause serious consequences, right? I mean, when you fire a warning shot, you can observe the opponent's reaction. They get scared, they rush to attack, or it's just an uncontrolled action due to drugs. Do you understand me? So a warning shot can make him realize a lot of things happen in an instant. Right now, we are discussing all the variable factors you just mentioned. The debate closes with a core question. Did Gonzales truly self-defend appropriately? He believes he did, but the jury sees it entirely differently. Initially, Joseph Gonzales was charged with first-degree murder. A trial opened on April the 23rd, but by May, the jury was deadlocked with a 12-to-convict ratio, necessitating a retrial. This time, the prosecutor reduced the charge to second-degree murder. By the end of July 2025, the jury took just 15 minutes to declare Gonzales guilty of second-degree murder. He is currently still held at the Urban Detention Center in Albuquerque, awaiting sentencing. The court's verdict shows that Joseph Gonzales was convicted not for firing the weapon, but for exceeding the limits of self-defense recognized by law. The law acknowledges the right to self-defense, but it requires that it be reasonable, proportional, and necessary when turning a warning shot into lethal rounds. Gonzales crossed the fragile line between justified self-defense and crime, and that is what made the jury unable to side with him. So, from what seemed like an innocuous argument, Gonzales turned an ordinary Monday morning into an irreversible tragedy. A testament that just one moment of losing control is enough to ruin a lifetime. And what about you? What do you think of Gonzales's actions? Was it justified self-defense or a deliberate act? Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for watching today's content. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Cops American US channel to catch more true crime cases in the future. And for now, goodbye and see you next time.